Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today we're going to be reviewing.
Wave 2 of the Snapships. We did a review on them last year when they first came out, and quite a few new sets have come out, and we wanted to check them out, because one, again, they go so well with gaming miniatures. As you can see, we got a couple of
I mean, the scale isn't perfect. They
Right.
have their own scale.
right, and but you
they
can see,
work.
yeah, they really do lend themselves, and since you can build whatever you want with them, like Legos, and they've got this little cockpit thing going on here, and you can see the scale for the pilot is micro. It's not even 25 millimeter scale, but if you can get past that, just the cockpit area, because the cockpit, if you were to build it just a little bit differently, would look more like a in scale cockpit. And he's gonna put together one real quick because they
don't take very long.
no, but they also have this new little thing going on, and I'm gonna show.
Which they kind of already did have.
Yeah, we just didn't know about it. Maybe one of these days we'll show that. But one of the other reasons I wanted to show these off is because they've Wave 1 and maybe 1.5 or the first part of the Wave 2 have all really gone down in price in places like eBay and Amazon. Here you go. Scissors to get that first bag open. And I don't know if you guys remember, but the lid for these makes a really nice, intentional flight stand so that you could use them, as a flying model for your war games or RPGs. Although I really want to take one of these flight stands and use them in a build for something, but I'm going to try and hold off on that. But, he's doing a lot of cool parts already, I can see.
Yeah, I mean, you can do most things
Look
with
at
them.
that.
I believe that's the cockpit.
I'm not sure, but it's a really cool piece.
Maybe not, actually. But I can definitely see a lot of uses for these.
Absolutely, and I believe this is just Wave 2 or Wave 2 and 3. I think it's just Wave 2, but there's 3, 6, 9, and 12 new sets. They also have this cool little blind bag here, which we didn't know about until just recently. I'm going to pop it open and see what's in it to see what kind of cool parts. I think they're like a clear plastic, and they're, there's a whole bunch of different pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clear yellow and 8 clear red. I hope they're clear. I'd feel stupid if they weren't. That you get with each
Oh, this is the cockpit.
Oh, that's even cooler. But there's also this bag does not
Of
want
course,
to
you can put things together sideways.
Yeah, they have a really ingenious system of assembly. Okay, let's see what we got for the blind bag pieces.
And you don't really need that many pieces if you want to make something that's relatively small sized. I mean, this is, if you compare it to one of these, this is already pretty big and it's only used 3 blocks, not including the cockpit. So, also you can open this if you'd like.
No, I'll let you do that when you're done.
Alright. Again, pilots, very, very small, but
They could also, be aliens, if you want to actually mount them to a miniature base. Not all aliens come in the same size, I guess. And, just overall, here's another look at all of the sets. And, I was looking at some of the larger sets from Wave 1, and some of them I saw for like $12, which was more than I paid for these smaller sets. And, you really get a lot of pieces and a lot of options, and, you could throw them all together, or you can keep them as, individual sets. We tend to keep everything together, although I think he made a couple of, crazy, his own creations, which
I don't remember what I did with them.
they all turn out so cool. They're such interesting parts, and everything is very, very modular. And it's a really unique system. It even has this. Oh, this is look at this gun right here. Tell me you guys couldn't use that as a mini defense turret with just one extra piece, something to mount it on. These I could easily see using these pieces, as strictly as just parts for other builds. Not even just trying to build something completely out of their parts, but for terrain pieces or
This
your
is
own
an
creations.
interesting system.
It's just so many really interesting and cool pieces. And this is the first time I've seen this. This must be some sort of like grappling hook or web shooter kind of thing, I think.
I think so.
This one's, kind of like it's called a
Something.
tunnel web spider mech. And I saw this one right off the bat, and we always have spider robots. I'm working on one right now. I've been working on it for really a long time, actually.
You're not working on it right now. That's a lie.
Yeah,
He hasn't worked on it all year.
Well, yeah,
All of last year.
yeah, I'm still working on it. How's
Of course, he hasn't worked on it this year.
But we love spider mechs. We had some spider mechs, little robots with the Dungeons and Lasers stretch goals from series 1 or 2, I think. And having things like this, just we didn't use it in one of our builds, one of our starship builds for Dungeons and Lasers.
Nope.
We didn't. I thought we did. We should.
I want to do this whole rope thing later.
Okay,
That's kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Not complicated. It's just you need
More
to
time
spend
consuming.
time tying things around.
This new wave has the first wave was mostly spaceships and dropships and gunships and fighter craft and things like that. But this time around they have actual mechs. There's at least I think 4 different mech sets out of the new wave. And let's pop this one back down here. It wouldn't take much imagination or suspending one's disbelief for this scale to work in in so many different games. You could even use them as a completely different scale for like your Traveler games if you're doing like spaceship combat or Star Frontiers, or probably not something like Silent Death or Star Blazers or things like that. But any kind of game, or maybe even Firefly, that would be a good one. That you're the crew's in a big ship and they're being chased, or they're in combat, or they're trying to sneak past satellites. All kinds of different things like that. It's just such a trying to scratch build a spaceship. I'm as you probably figured out, we're going to try to build one this month from scratch. By scratch, I mean using a couple of model kits and pieces from our bits box and things like that. But if you don't have time for that, or you don't have the resources or the products, I spent $20 on the Blackbird model and maybe 10 on the other spaceship model. I'm gonna merge to make a new spaceship. But for maybe $20, you could end up with 2 sets, plus or minus shipping. That depending on the sets you get, you could probably make maybe even 2 to 4 different ships. With the ability to remake them from game to game, so you don't really have to invest a lot of money in a lot of different ship models. Depending on the kind of game you're playing. If you're playing like a spaceship combat game, you may need a little bit more. You might want to go with a smaller scale. But you can actually make some pretty decent small scale spaceships with this. I know he made something last year that was definitely a much smaller scale, wasn't it? The big one you made?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I don't remember much from back then.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's been a while. But there's really so many different uses for this system of building. I also was looking at another system, but I really didn't see the support and the online activity of it from other people doing reviews and things like that. And there's a really big community for Snapships, in addition to like a younger aged participant version of a sort of a spaceship combat game where brothers and sisters can shoot at each other, because some of these models actually have sort of like flick fire missiles, kind of like some of the Lego sets do, where the younger kids can chase each other around the house and flick missiles at each other, which is probably a load of fun if you've got 7 to 10-year-old kids who are not quite ready for rolling dice and taking things a little bit more serious. And especially with the younger kids, you set them down to a table and play a game, and if they lose, they pretty much never want to play again, or take it a little too hard sometimes. So something like this is really kind of a nice gateway to get them into gaming that's not a board game like Monopoly or Battleship or something like that. That's looking really cool.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're not probably going to use all of the parts either.
Maybe. I don't really know. I don't think so, though.
Well, maybe. Is that web launcher thing part of it?
Oh, yeah, I just haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. And, with what he's building right now, that could easily be inside a like a Dungeons and Lasers Starship Dungeon adventure game. If you're sneaking into some spaceship or high-tech facility, you could easily use some of these mech sets to build robot bosses or mini bosses for the adventure. The players get to a certain point and you pull out one of these, and that's the big bad guy for the battle. You don't use those shield things?
Not on this one.
Oh, okay. And these are actually really cool. I thought that was going to be the deal. Let's get...
Yeah, I think...
Just going to put them on anyways?
Yeah.
And that's just a little connector. And then when you're done, feel free to pop the
they go like this.
the blind bag open.
Yeah, they do.
So you can see what you got. We found out that the previous sets, they had something like a blind bag, but in the tray that they come in, there's a little label that you're supposed to peel back and find the surprise pieces. And we didn't know that until, what was it, like last week when I saw that video and found out that, for over a year we had 3 or 6 different pieces just sitting in the box that we didn't even know about.
No, it's finished.
Pop that open, see what you got.
Oh, yeah.
And as you can see with your Starstruck minis there, how it would fit perfectly to scale for an encounter of a big giant robot that the party has to get past to get to the next objective. Oh, what is that?
Organs or something.
Some sort of, looks like a brain or something.
That's what I meant.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I think they have...
And these are actually kind of rubbery pieces.
They're somewhat clear.
But no, I mean the texture is more
I know, that's what I mean.
So there you have it, folks. A new addition to your sci-fi gaming table. Regardless of the game, there's always something you could do with these things. I'm a huge fan of them, and I know the little guy likes putting them together, and we've had a lot of fun with this. So hopefully, you'll find a way to pick some of these up cheap and add them to your arsenal as a game master, or even if you're just like building spaceships and robots. This is a great addition to your collection. Anything you want to add, bud?
Not much. I think that everything you said there was correct.
Uh-huh.
Not everything.
I was waiting for that. But there you have it, folks. These are a lot of fun. Little guy's playing it down because, that's his style. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you tomorrow with a book review. That's right. I'll be doing a book review tomorrow. Then Thursday, we'll have a really big craft.
A bit too ambitious for...
Nah, we're gonna make it really simple. It's just not that
that
much to it. It'll be a little messy.
I'm looking at it right now, and
it's big, but
it doesn't. It looks. It's the biggest thing we've made.
It's not bigger than the
volcano.
No, not even close.
Really?
No.
By surface area, maybe.
And it's not really bigger than the bridge up there, but it's close
Well,
to
the tower was just a bunch of... It may not be as big, but it makes up for probably being a lot more complex. Anyways,
That's it for tonight, folks. Have a great evening, and we will see you guys tomorrow. We love you guys, and we will see you real soon.
good night.
Bye, everybody.